My aunt made every child at her house pick a fake name to use on the phone. Mine was Ruth. I was 12 the first time someone on the other end asked for Ruth. The rule never changed. If the house phone rang and a caller used your fake name, you answered, "Yes, this is me," and you did whatever Aunt Carol said next. Never give your real name. Never ask questions. Bad people hunt kids by their real names, she'd say. The fake name keeps you invisible. 6 of us lived in that house. All cousins nobody else wanted. Marcus was Danny. Lily was Susan. I was Ruth. The first call came on a Tuesday. "Hello, is Ruth free this weekend?" A man's voice, older. I looked at Aunt Carol. She snapped her fingers and mouthed, "Say yes. Yes, this is Ruth." "Perfect. Saturday. Your aunt has the address." Click. "That's a family friend," Carol said, taking the phone. "He's treating you to lunch. Isn't that nice?" Saturday she dropped me at a diner. A man I'd never met waved from a booth. He knew things about me, my age, my school, that I liked to draw. "Ruth, right?" He smiled. "Your aunt told me all about you." I said I had to use the bathroom, and I called the house from the payphone. "He knows everything about me," I whispered. "How?" "Because he's family, sweetheart. Now be polite and let him buy you a milkshake." Nothing happened that day. He just talked, watched me, and drove me home. But something crawled under my skin. He'd asked for Ruth, not me. Ruth, like Ruth was a thing on a shelf. The calls kept coming. Different men, always for a fake name. "Is Susan available?" Lily would go. "Is Danny available?" Marcus would go. They came back quiet. Lily stopped eating. Marcus wet the bed at 14, and Carol beat him for it. When I turned 13, the calls for Ruth got specific. "Ruth for the whole weekend this time." "Say yes," Carol mouthed. That night I couldn't sleep. I crept downstairs for water and saw Carol at the kitchen table with a notebook. I watched from the dark hallway. She was writing next to our fake names, prices, dates, little check marks. Ruth, $400, sat. I backed up the stairs so fast I nearly fell. I finally understood what the fake names were. They weren't hiding us from buyers. They were how the buyers ordered us. I didn't sleep at all. By morning I knew I couldn't run. She'd catch me and there were 5 others in the house. So I did the only thing I could. I played along. The next call came Thursday. "Is Ruth free Saturday?" "Yes," I said sweetly. "This is Ruth." Then, before Carol could take the phone, I added, "Can you remind me your name and where we're meeting?" "Auntie likes me to write it down." Carol's head snapped up. The man chuckled. "Sharp girl, it's Gerald. The roadside inn on Route 9, room 12, noon." "Got it, Gerald. See you Saturday." Carol grabbed the phone. "What was that?" "You always say be polite," I said. I was being polite. She stared at me a long second, then smiled. "Good girl." That night I wrote it all down. Gerald, the inn, room 12, noon, $400. And every name from her notebook I could remember. Susan, Danny, the prices. I hid the paper in my sock. Monday at school, I told my counselor I felt sick and asked to call my mom. She let me use the office phone. I dialed 911 instead. "There's a woman selling kids out of a house on Maple," I whispered. "The buyers call and ask for fake names. A man named Gerald is meeting Ruth this Saturday. Roadside inn, room 12, noon. Ruth is me. I'm 13. Saturday, Carol dropped me at the inn like always. "Room 12, she said. "Be good for Gerald." I walked in. Gerald was waiting on the bed, grinning. "Ruth," he said. "Finally." "Yes," I said. "This is Ruth." That was the word. That was the signal. Because the second I said it, the bathroom door in the closet burst open and 4 officers came out with guns up. "Hands where we can see them, Gerald." He looked at me, stunned. You said you were Ruth." "I am," I said, as they cuffed him face down on the carpet. Auntie taught me to always say yes. Outside, 2 more cruisers were already at the house. Through the window, I watched them walk Carol out in handcuffs, her notebook bagged in an officer's hand. She saw me in the back of the squad car and screamed my fake name across the lot. "Ruth, Ruth, what did you do?" I rolled the window down. "My name was never Ruth," I said. "You should have let me use my real one."